Have you ever been told that making your dream life real is hard? Maybe you've heard that you need to do complicated rituals, spend hours visualizing, say affirmations in a perfect way, or always work to raise your vibration. Maybe you've tried all these things and still felt stuck, wondering why nothing is changing. But what if I told you that quantum manifestation, the real way to create your dream life, is actually much simpler than you think? In fact, it's so simple that almost nobody does it the right way. Right now, you are living inside something called the quantum field. Imagine it as a huge invisible space filled with endless possibilities. In this field, anything can happen. But here's the secret. This field doesn't respond to how hard you try. It responds to how well you line up with what you want. Most people treat manifestation like a battle. They try to force their current reality to change by using willpower. They repeat affirmations they don't really believe. They picture outcomes they secretly doubt. They try to force themselves to think positive, even when their body is still full of fear, stress, or a sense of not having enough. This is where the whole system falls apart. In the quantum world, trying to force things only creates more resistance. Let's make this really simple. Quantum manifestation isn't about getting what you want by working harder. It's about collapsing into the version of reality where you already have what you want. It's not about changing the outside world first. It's about becoming the person inside who naturally attracts that world to you. The quantum field holds every possibility. Success and failure, abundance and lack, love and loneliness, health and struggle. All of these already exist as waves of possibility. But here's the important part. Those waves don't become your real life until they meet a focused observer. That observer is you, your focus, your attention, your feelings. These are what shape your reality. But most people are stuck in a loop. They look at life from a place of fear. They focus on what's missing. They feel the energy of not having enough, even while trying to attract more. In the language of the quantum, this is just noise, not a clear signal. You've probably been taught to chase what you want, but the real art of manifestation is to become the version of you who doesn't need to chase. It's the version of you who remembers, I am already connected to the life I want. The field is waiting for your signal. Your job isn't to push harder, it's to become clearer. So why don't people do this? Because simplicity can feel strange. Letting go feels unnatural. Surrendering the chase can feel like giving up. But here's the twist. The moment you stop needing something so badly, the field can finally bring it to you. Let me give you an example. Think about a time when something good happened to you without you even trying. Maybe you met the perfect person by accident. Maybe you got an opportunity you weren't even looking for. Maybe you had a great idea when you were just relaxing. What's the common thread? You weren't gripping tightly, you weren't forcing, you were open, relaxed, and available. That's quantum manifestation at work, even if you didn't realize it. The quantum field doesn't care about your words. It reads your energy. You can say, I am wealthy 1,000 times, but if your body is still full of fear, if your heart is tight with worry, if your nervous system is used to struggle, the field will reflect that chaos back to you. Not because it's mean, but because it's exact. So here's the big shift. Quantum manifestation starts when you stop focusing on getting and start focusing on being. You become the signal. You live the feeling. You let your state lead, not your effort. But that brings up a big question. What does the quantum field actually respond to? Is it just your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, your actions? And how do you line up all these parts so you're not sending mixed messages? This is where most teachings about manifestation fall apart. They focus on just one piece, usually thoughts or feelings, without looking at the whole system. They tell you to think positive without helping you heal the old pain in your body. They tell you to visualize without clearing the hidden beliefs that sabotage you. They tell you to say affirmations while your nervous system is still bracing for things to go wrong. But the quantum listens to the whole signal, the full, embodied signal. That's why alignment isn't just a mental game. It's a full body, full system, full field shift. Let's go deeper into how the quantum field works. At the quantum level, everything exists as a wave of possibility. But when an observer, your awareness, focuses on a certain outcome, that wave collapses into a real event. Reality becomes solid. Choices become real. The unseen becomes seen. But here's the catch. The observer isn't just your conscious mind. It's also your subconscious. This means that even if you consciously want abundance, if your subconscious is wired for fear or lack, the field picks up on that hidden message. Your subconscious becomes the real observer, collapsing a timeline you didn't even choose on purpose. That's why so many people feel stuck. They're trying to line up their surface mind, but ignoring the deep programs running underneath. And in the quantum game, the subconscious always wins. It gets even more interesting. Scientists like Dr. Joe Dispenza and Dr. Bruce Lipton have shown that your heart has its own electromagnetic field, much stronger than your brain's. This heart field reaches out and interacts with the bigger quantum field around you. When your heart and brain are in sync, you send out a strong, clear signal. When they're out of sync, the signal is weak and mixed up. This is why trying to manifest from your mind alone often fails. Without the emotional part, the real feeling of alignment, the quantum field has no clear signal to reflect back. Most people want to think their way into change, but the truth is, you have to feel your way into alignment. You can't just tell the field what you want. You have to become the match for it. That means tuning your body, your breath, your nervous system, your beliefs, and your daily choices into harmony. It's not a one-time thing. It's a living practice. Let's look at another example. Imagine you want to manifest love. You can write affirmations, make vision boards, and picture your perfect partner. But if deep down you feel unworthy, if your nervous system is braced for rejection, if your heart is closed and afraid, the quantum field feels that tension. It picks up the mixed message, and what you get back is more longing, more searching, more almost but not quite relationships. It's not that the universe is punishing you, it's just mirroring your main energy. So what's the shift? The shift is into coherence, into feeling whole now, into practicing the feelings of what you want before it shows up, into living as if you already have it. That way, the field can collapse that timeline into your life. You become the frequency first, and the form follows. Now, this might sound like a lot, but here's the simple truth. The more you let go of trying to control the outcome, and the more you focus on your inner state, the faster the quantum field responds. This is why it's so simple, yet almost nobody does it. Because our minds love to make things complicated. We want steps, hacks, and formulas. But the quantum isn't a machine. It's a mirror. It's a dance partner. It's alive, responsive, and waiting for you to meet it with a steady, real presence. So let's try something together. Take a deep breath right now. Notice how your body feels. Are you tense? Are you worried? Just let yourself relax for a moment. Imagine what it would feel like if everything you wanted was already on its way. Let yourself feel that peace, even for a few seconds. That's the energy that attracts your dreams. If you're feeling a spark of recognition, if something inside you is lighting up, I invite you to join this space, this conversation, this community. In the comments, share one word that names the energy you want to embody this week. Maybe it's trust, maybe it's ease, maybe it's joy. Whatever comes to you first, that's your signal. Name it. Let it be real. Because the moment you name it, you start to line up with it. Now, let's talk about why so many people stay stuck, even with all the books, courses, and videos about manifestation. The answer is simple but uncomfortable. Letting go feels unnatural. Our minds are addicted to control. We've been taught that the more we work, the more we deserve. That struggle means we're worthy. That the harder we try, the more likely we are to succeed. So when we hear about quantum manifestation, where the key is alignment and letting go, it confuses our old programming. We keep trying to force things, even though forcing is the very energy that tells the field we don't trust the process. Most people who struggle with manifestation are caught in what I call the control trap. They keep checking if their dreams are coming true. They say they want abundance, but they check their bank account every hour and worry. They say they want love, but they keep looking for proof that it's coming. This sends a message to the field that you don't really trust it. The quantum field doesn't speak any human language, it speaks the language of energy. You can say all the right things, but if you're feeling doubt, fear, or stress, that's what the field responds to. So, what can you do? Start by noticing how you feel. If you want more money, practice feeling grateful for what you have now. If you want love, start loving yourself and others right now. If you want health, focus on what feels good in your body, not what's wrong. Here's the magic. When you stop needing something so badly, it comes to you faster. Not because the universe is playing games, but because you're finally sending a clear, trusting signal. Let's make this even more practical. Every morning, before you check your phone, take a few deep breaths. Ask yourself, what energy do I want to bring into today? Is it trust? Is it joy? Is it peace? Throughout the day, notice when you start to feel tense or worried. Take another breath and remind yourself to relax. Imagine you're already living your dream life. How would you act? What would you do next? At night, before you go to sleep, think about your day. Where did you feel good? Where did you feel tense? Celebrate the moments when you felt aligned, even if they were small. This helps your body and mind get used to the feeling of having what you want. There's no finish line. Manifestation isn't something you do once and then you're done. It's a way of living, a practice you come back to every day. The most powerful manifestors aren't the ones who know the most tricks. They're the ones who can bring themselves back into a calm, trusting state, even when things get tough. You will have days when you feel scared or doubtful. That's normal. The key is to notice it, take a breath, and gently bring yourself back to trust. Ask yourself, what would the version of me who already has my dream life do right now? Then do one small thing from that place. If this message is making sense to you, if you feel a little spark of hope or excitement, I invite you to join this community. Hit subscribe. Leave a comment with one word that describes the energy you want to feel this week. Maybe it's peace, joy, or trust. When you name it, you start to become it. Remember, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. The quantum field is not separate from you. You are part of it. When you change your energy, you change your life. Thank you for being here, for listening, and for being part of this journey. Keep tuning in, keep aligning, and keep believing in the magic of the quantum field. Your dream life is closer than you think. All you have to do is become the version of you who's ready to receive it.